Hey lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be my unboxing of June's Ipsy Boxycharm box. So I'm just going to be showing you guys what all I got, tell you guys prices and all that good stuff. So to no further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so as usual, I did go ahead and try out the makeup products that are in this box before I filmed this. That way I can give you guys my first impressions. So starting off with the products that they chose for me. So first up we have something here from Glow Girl Cosmetics, and this is their lip oil. It's in the shade Delulu, and this retails for $22. And it is what is currently on my lips. I do really like the packaging. I think it's pretty neat looking. It feels like nice packaging. As for the actual lip oil, I think it's a really pretty shade. It's not like super pigmented, but it does add a nice shade to your lips, not overly pigmented, and it does feel nice. I don't know what it has in it, but it has like a cooling effect, and I don't know if it has like peppermint oil or something in it to make it feel like that. I wouldn't say, I don't think it says plumping on it, so it's not supposed to be a plumping lip oil. But I don't know, it's a weird cooling sensation. It doesn't burn, but it's just like cooling. But anyway, so $22 for this. And then they chose something from Lovecraft Beauty, and it's their Precision Brow Duo. This retails for $18. So I have to say, I haven't seen a brow product like this before, at least not. I'm sure there are others out there like this, but this is the first time for me. But anyways, so one side has the pencil. Of course, we all know that. But then the other side, you know, normally it would have like a spoolie, but the other side actually has a liner or a pen, which I'm assuming is for like drawing on like the brush hairs. I'm not really good with that, but I will say it did work. I did kind of draw a couple of like the brow hairs. Like I said, I'm not really good at it, but I did it decently well enough. And considering the fact that I never do that, I would say this product is pretty easy to do, pretty easy to use, because if I can do that, then anybody can do that. Because like I said, I have no practice with drawing like the little hairs. I don't know, it's not my favorite product ever. The pencil side, it worked, but I did go in, and then I had to go in with my own spoolie to kind of disperse the product. But it seemed like when I tried to disperse it, like maybe it's just not the correct shade for me. It's in the shade Mercury Mocha, by the way, which I'm assuming is a universal shade because I didn't get to pick the shade. And I don't know, unless they were just being brave and being like, I hope this shade fits for everybody, but you know, that never works. Maybe it's supposed to be like a universal shade that's like a taupe, not a taupe, what's it called? Maybe it's a taupe. Is taupe supposed to be the one that works for everybody? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know, it's not a bad product. It's just when, the only thing I had noticed is just when I was putting the product on and then dispersing it with my spoolie, I had to build it up. Like it would kind of like, once I tried to disperse the product around, it just kind of seemed to disappear. So I had to go in with a little more. But like I said, maybe it's just not the right shade for me. I don't know. But anyway, so $18 for that. Alright, and then from here on out is my choice items. So first thing I customize is this product here from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is their Halo Glow Skin Tint, and it has Mineral SPF 50 in it. I think I chose the shade Light Neutral. I think I was able to customize the shade. But anyway, so I did try this out, and I actually really like this. Granted, I've only worn it the once, so I don't know how it lasts throughout the day, but it is kind of like a glowy product where, you know, you put it on, it did give a little glow to my face, but not like an overly glowy, just like that kind of healthy kind of glowy look. The pigment, like coverage wise, like it was decent coverage. Like granted, I don't have like any active pimples or anything right now, so I don't know how it does covering up redness, but just like for an overall like evening out the skin tone, it worked pretty well. A little goes a long way, surprisingly. Like I don't know, skin tints, I always just think that they're not overly pigmented, and this one, like I put a little couple of like I squeezed a couple of drops on the back of my hand, and that did like at least half my face before I had to go in with a little more, which normally I always have to, I don't know, maybe I don't know. It just seemed like with as much as I squeezed out, I only expected to do like this part of my face, like with the other foundation I'm using, that's what I'm used to, whereas it did like the entire half of my face, like chin, upper forehead, you know. It just seemed like the coverage was decent and it spread out really well, if that makes sense. I probably explained that really poorly. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. Anyways, so $18 for this. I was really happy to see e.l.f. as an option in the box. I don't know if they've had other e.l.f. products in here. This is the first time I've seen e.l.f. product in the box, or as an option to customize. So I hope I don't mind having drugstore brands in Ipsy Box. I like that because then I know that it's something I can get my hands on a lot easier. At least for me, that's how I feel about it. But anyways, so $18 for that. Then I customize this perfume here from Maison Louise Marie. I probably didn't say that right. I think number 04 is the scent. But anyways, so it's a travel size one, and this retails for $32. I'm gonna spritz a little. I don't know what that smells like. Like, it doesn't smell bad, but it smells like almost like there's a spice or something in it. I might have to look up what it's supposed to smell like. Hold on. Because I am the worst at describing smells. I wouldn't say it smells like overly floral or anything. Maybe a little musky. Maybe that's what the description of that would be, is musky. Musty? No, not musty. Musky? I don't know. Let's see how they describe the scent. Immerse yourself in the enchanting Bellinian court fragrance inspired by the brand founder's family home surrounded by an ancient forest. Rich sandalwood and cedar wood blend with spicy nutmeg and cinnamon, while amber wood and vetiver, I don't think I said that right, add a grounding earthy finish. It's perfect for lovers of deep aromatic scents. Yeah, I would say that makes more sense. So it's earthy smelling. I guess that's a way of describing it. It's very earthy smelling. I can't say that's like my favorite scent ever. I could see myself using this as like a room spray to like freshen up a room or something like that, but I don't think I would actually wear this on myself. It's just, it's a scent that I can see myself getting tired of very quickly. But I do like trying out different perfumes, and I enjoy seeing perfumes as an option in the Ipsy boxes, honestly. I like trying out different perfumes. I'm not saying that right. I like trying out different perfumes, so I was excited to see that. Even though I don't like it, I'm still glad that I got it to try it out. Alright, 2 more products and then I am done. So next up from Girl Lactic, this is the Blush Me and Glow Face Palette. This retails for $36. So it's a face palette that has a blush, a bronzer, and a highlighter in it. And it is that packaging that if you touch it, you can see all my fingerprints. Which I don't like that type of packaging, but whatever. Anyways, here is the shades in the palette. So I think I got the light palette. Yeah, light. Anyways, here it is. So I will be honest, this is not my favorite face palette. It doesn't really have anything to do with the actual like shades or anything. I will say that the pan size is very small, so getting your brush in there is kind of hard to do. Like, I could get the bronzer and the highlighter just fine, but the blush shade, I use a bigger blush brush, so when I was trying to dip into it, I noticed that it was kind of going over to the bronzer side and also kind of picking up a little bit of bronzer, which I know that is not that big of a complaint. But I wish it would, if people were going to do a face palette, that they leave a little room for your brush. which I can, granted, I can switch to a smaller blush brush. So, formula-wise, the blush is pretty, and the bronzer worked really well. The highlighter, I will say, is almost a smidge too dark for me. Like, I think I can get it to work, but I can see just kind of like that streak on me that I don't like looking at, or I don't like seeing that on my skin. So it's like borderline too dark for me for the highlighter. But maybe if I, summer's here, so maybe if I get a little bit of a tan, it'll work for me. But I'm just surprised with it, considering it's the light palette, that the highlighter was too dark for me, or borderline too dark for me. But anyways, so it's an okay product. It's not my favorite. Alright, and then last but not least, my beauty boost item. So I chose this product here from Tarte. This is the Glamazon palette. I think it's a eyeshadow palette and like a highlighter and bronzer palette. At least that's what I'm assuming, because there are two pans in here that are bigger size, and I think that's usually what that means. Anyways, packaging is just very sleek, kind of clean looking, not really anything too special. I will say, when I was looking up on the app for pricing and everything, by the way, this retails for $47. But anyways, when I was looking at the prices of everything on the app, a lot of people were posting pictures of this palette, and it arrived to them shattered. So I was really thankful that mine didn't end up shattered, but I feel bad that a lot of people were having that issue, because that sucks. Anyways, here it is. And like I was saying, these two, I think that one's a highlighter and I think that one's a bronzer, which personally, I don't like it when brands, I don't know, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I don't like it when they add face products in with the eyeshadow palette. I guess it makes sense if you only had like one or two palettes, and if I didn't have a bunch of makeup, I guess it would make sense. That way you can conserve space. But for me, I have everything separate, so I have all my bronzers, all together, highlighters and everything, and my palettes all together. If there are face products in an eyeshadow palette, I forget about them, because I just don't think, oh, let me go to my eyeshadow palette and pull out that one to use as a bronzer and highlighter. I always just go for which, granted, that's just small complaints, because not everybody has a huge collection like I do, and I don't even have that big of a collection, but I know I have more than I need. But I don't know, I don't like comboing. Maybe it's just a me thing. I personally just don't like it when they put face products in eyeshadow palettes, because I always just forget about them being in there. Like, I don't think about face palettes make sense to me because it's all face products, which, granted, eyeshadow is a face product as well, but you know what I mean. Okay, face palettes make sense to me because it's blush, bronzer, highlighter all together, but when you throw in face products in an eyeshadow palette, that just throws me off. But you don't have to use it like a face palette. So I used about 3 shades in here. I kept my look very simple. I used this one as my transition shade here. I used this one as the overall shimmer shade, and then I did use the highlighter as a shimmer shade as well, just to kind of add a little bit of brightness to the eyeshadow look that I did today. Because I will say the shimmer shades are all kind of like darker shades in a way. Like, I like a very bright inner corner. That's just how I like it. And this copper shade, it was pretty, but it just kind of, when you put on a shimmer shade that's like the same color and it's not very bright, I don't know, it just makes your look, to me, look kind of flat. And then that's why I like to add a little contrast of colors, like a bright shade and then a kind of a darker shimmer shade. That's just, I don't know, that's just how I personally like to do it. And I just noticed that the shimmer shades that they offer in here are not, they're all kind of like the same tone, if that makes sense. I do think it's really interesting that they just threw in a random blue color and a random green color. I guess it's like they're like, hey, you got your pops of colors, you can't complain. And to me, that's just kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't mind I like the look of that green color, but the blue shade just kind of seems thrown in there, and just kind of like, we'll just throw a blue shade in there. It doesn't seem well thought out, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But as for the overall like quality and stuff, the quality is fine. I wouldn't say that it's, in my opinion, worth $47. I would not have gone out and just bought this, like paid $47 for this. I don't think it's worth it, and I'm not trying to be rude. It's just nothing special. Like, the shades work, but they're not like super amazing or anything. They're just like, I don't know, when I was using this, I was just thinking like, this palette's good, but it's not like anything better than ColourPop or anything like that, or some of the drugstore ones that I've tried. So I'm just not sure why or how they justify it being $47. I don't know. Again, that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to be rude, just being honest. But I am glad to have gotten it in the box. Alright, so that is everything in the box. So I did go ahead and tally up the price so that you guys know what the overall value is. And I wrote it down here because I was like, why do I always wait to tally up the price while I'm filming it? I should just write it down before I film it. That way I don't have to like do it on my phone real quick. Anyways, so the overall value for my box is $173, which is pretty good considering what I paid for the box. So let's do like a final run through real quick to let you guys know my final thoughts. So the products that they chose for me, I do like the lip oil. The coolness is starting to fade, and it, like I said, it never got to like a burning, uncomfortable feeling, but it was just kind of like this weird cooling sensation. I was like, ooh, my lips feel a little cool. Which I'm not mad about it, but I do really like the lip oil color. I think it's very nice, neutral, definitely one that I would reach for. It went on really easy, feels pretty hydrating, not sticky at all. So I do really like this product, so I'm happy with that. The brow product, it's okay. It's not like my favorite, but it's nothing bad either. Like, I will definitely use it. But I don't think it would have been a product that I would have just gone and picked up. I'm not one that does the little flick brow, you know, I don't know what they call it. Draw the little, you know, hairlines in. I don't ever do that. My brows are very, like, I have patchy areas that are very, like, thin. So I wouldn't sit there and draw them in. I just fill them in with the pencil part. So I may see if my sister or someone wants this, because the liner side, I don't think I would use it, but maybe I should use it. I don't know. Maybe I'll push myself to use it. But it's an okay product. I'll just say that. I really like this so far. I'm really curious to keep using it. I have started becoming a fan of skin tints. I didn't used to like skin tints. I always wanted like full coverage, or at least medium coverage foundations. But I am getting to a point now, and maybe it's because it's summer right now, so I do not want full coverage foundation on right now because it's just too dang hot for that. But, or maybe it's also that my skin is doing a lot better as I'm aging. Like, I don't have as many breakouts now, so that's nice. But, so yeah, so I'm definitely leaning more towards the skin tints now. So I was really excited to see this as an option and to be able to try it out. I do like that it has the SPF 50 in it, because I am starting to be more aware of you need sunscreen on your face and things, especially now that I've been kind of using a retinol in my skincare routine, and I know and I've heard stories that you have to wear sunscreen if you are going to use a retinol, and I have been taking that very serious because I do not want to damage my skin. But anyways, so yeah, I was really happy, and I like how it looks on the face. Like, it looks fine. It doesn't make me look too cakey, doesn't make me look too dry. I do have more naturally dry skin, so there are a little bit of areas that I can see a little dryness, but I don't hold that against the foundation because all foundations do that to me. I haven't found one that doesn't do that to me. It's just my skin texture. But anyway, so I'm really happy with that. The perfume is interesting. I'm glad to have tried it out. The scent is not necessarily one that I like, but I will always still pick a perfume if I see it as an option, because I just like trying new perfumes out. So I'm not mad about that. And like, if this was a scent I would like, I mean, I can still smell it on me. It smells like it's gonna last a while on me, so that's always nice. This product, the Girl Lactic Face Palette product, is just okay. I don't know. It's an okay product. I've never heard of this brand before. There's actually a lot of brands in here this time around that I've never heard of. The ones that I've only heard of are e.l.f. and the Tarte. The other brands I've never heard of before. Anyways, it's an okay product. I'm not really excited about it. I have a lot of face palettes, and this one just isn't anything special. I'm not trying to be rude, but I am just being honest. This is just nothing special. I feel like it's just another face palette. Quality wise, it's not bad or anything, but it's just not anything special either. Yeah, just being brutally honest, but honestly I could see myself passing this on someday because I just don't think I would reach for it over other products. And then lastly, the Tarte product, another okay product. It's not a bad product, it's just nothing exciting. Like, the colors are not anything that I haven't seen before. The whole concept of adding face products into a palette is nothing that I haven't seen before. So yeah, it's just kind of an okay product. But I'm not mad about getting it. So overall, do I think this month was worth it? Yeah, I think it was worth it because I really do like the e.l.f. product. The lip oil is really nice. And the other products I will use. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really does help my channel. And also let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of my box this month. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!